Okay, we're removing the R18 Classic Highline. As you can see, different setup from the standard Classic. We're going to have to remove the exhaust, the pannier subframe, and these little covers. So I prefer using the hex bits. This is a T25 to take off the middle cover piece. So we'll do that first. Okay, so we've removed the little bolts which sit underneath, and then this little fella just gently pops off. Make sure you keep those little rubber anti-vibration pieces. There's two there, and then the two that sit there. And of course, put your T25 BMW hex bolts to one side in case you need to use them again. Next step is removing the 14mm bolt from the exhaust clamp, which connects the front to the back piece. Also forgot to mention, not a bad idea to chock the front wheel, because there'll be a bit of wiggling. There's probably better ways to do this, but please be kind. I am an amateur. There are two rubber mounting pieces that attach to the subframe, as I mentioned before. There's the first one, you just see in behind there, and there's the second one there. Now what we're going to do next, now we've loosened the clamp in the middle, and just give it a wee wiggle to make sure, yep, that's moving around nicely, is we're going to find a fixed knocking point, as I like to call it, and it's most likely here. We're going to wrap that in a T-towel, and we're just going to use a bit of WD-40 on each of the rubber mounting points and give this a few gentle taps just to loosen it, and then it should pop out. After a little bit of tapping, this chap here pops off. Make sure you pop something underneath it, because sometimes it can be a bit slippy on the last tap. Okay, now we've got that off, we'll move on to the pannier and exhaust subframe. Removing the rear pannier storage, whatever the hell you just want to call it, is really straightforward. There's two bolts, M25s, that sit at the top here. I've already removed them, as you can see, and then what I'm now going to do is there's just a little rubber release. Sorry about the dodgy camera work, and it pops out. That's the rubber release. And then being BMW with high quality, those little clips there hold two shorter M25 bolts, and you pop them out. It even tells you the torque specification, and you pop them back in again, because I'm going to do without the panniers. I'm going for a different look. I did just say M25, I meant to say T25 for the pannier bolts. Now we're going to remove the subframe. Just under here, this point here, there's a T40, and also under here there's a T40. They get released and it takes off the pannier and exhaust subframe. So I'll just move on to that. Once you've removed the subframe, you reattach the bolts like so you don't have any nasty holes in the frame to let water in. Now you can see you've freed up the space to put in your Pro Race Shorty exhaust. I lied earlier as well. It's a T50 T50 hex spanner. Does the job.